I am actually happy with the tiny little bit of a touch that this adds. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. Today we're doing a quick install of these Nilight window rain guards. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while on this series as I start to kind of modify the Jeep a little bit, but they are on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. Pretty nice packaging so far for what it is. Make sure these are protected, undamaged. So this one's going to be the front right. I like that they've got the labeling on that. Pretty easy, which, I mean, even if they didn't label it, I don't think anyone would have too hard of a time figuring out which side this goes on. But looks good. No damages, no scuffs, no scratches, other than my fingerprints all over this thing right now. So let me go ahead and put this one back in its sleeve. One thing I like to do whenever I do these reviews is just kind of show you guys straight from the box what everything looks like. Right, we've got a set of instructions right here. I want to say this is from 2011 to 2020 from what I saw on Amazon, if I remember correctly. I'll put a little description down here if I spoke. But if you guys want one, feel free to check it out. And I like a lot of their products. They actually have a lot of light bars and things like that that I'm interested in purchasing as well. So that's probably to come if I start actually going camping and doing more things with the Jeep. Nice little instructional. This one's pretty cool because it doesn't stick on the outside. It actually goes in line. So you can actually just press this into the window trim. Looks like they give you plenty of double-sided 3M adhesive in case you wanted to use that. And then we have these clips right here that'll hold everything in place. Pretty nice instructions. I'll read through that really quick and then we'll just hop right into it. Oops, dropped everything. Anyways, clips. Little crowbar. It's adorable. Look at this little guy. So I got everything that I need to install this. Let me know what you guys think about having these little rain guards. Let me pull out this one. This one is the rear left. Same thing. And it does have adhesive already on there. So I really like that they've already prepped this. If you guys can see it. Overall, pretty nice. All the edges are nice and smooth, so you can't cut yourself or anything like that if you're clumsy or, you know, maybe just have soft skin, because some of us have that. So let me go ahead and throw this one back in. I'm going to start with the front left. They do have a tutorial on Amazon. So step one, get the windows down, and then what we're going to do after that is we're going to wipe down all of inside of here, because that's where this will sit. So we do that. And then if you're wondering where this is actually going to go, this is what it means by in channel. So it sits actually right up in this area of the window. Let me move out a little bit so you guys can see where my finger is at. Makes it pretty easy to figure out where exactly that goes. Same thing on the rear windows. Just this little groove in right here. So it should be a snug, tight fit and it shouldn't go anywhere. All right, so starting off, I'm going to do a little test fit. I'm not going to take off the adhesive or anything yet. We're just going to get this out and figure out how this is going to sit. But yeah, right up in there is where this is going to go. And you'll notice that this is a little bit larger than the window is right now. And that's because we're going to actually bend this with a little bit of pressure and tuck it into this spot. So that's where exactly this is going to go. So now that this is kind of our little test fit, we know that it looks good. We'll go ahead and get this adhesive off, and it says to take off the front adhesive completely. So this guy right here, all good. And then we're going to do the same thing on this front side. Oh my god, if you have longer nails, this will make life a lot easier. I do not have long nails right now. All right, that's out. And then for these two, or this long piece right here, we're not going to pull all of the adhesive off. We're just going to give ourselves a little like guide. And so you're going to take off just about an inch on each side. There we go. So now we've got our little guide pieces. So now let's go ahead and get this situated. So you can see all completely removed on that side, inch or two on that side, and then same thing, completely removed over there, and then an inch or two there. So let me put you guys a little bit closer. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're actually going to tuck it down into here. So it's gonna have a little bend in here. You're not gonna break it. So we're just gonna go ahead and squeeze this in, and then we tuck it down and pop. And now it's sitting right in this channel. And once we got it pretty good, then we can move this adhesive off and just pull this down. And just give it a little pull, and you're pushing towards the outside of the car as if you were on the inside pushing that way. So you just want to give that a little push, and then we'll move on to the next step. So for the next part, we're going to get these clips and get these put in. One thing I will say is that if you look right here, it says this for the clips. For the clips, you see it says the inside part has a little triangle or whatever, and the outside part has nothing. If you look at the clip, there is nothing on the outside. And I checked all these clips, and none of them have that triangle. So maybe this is just an old set of directions and they've updated the clip since then. Just something I noticed. This is going to be really tricky to kind of show you guys, but essentially they're going to take these clips and they go in just like this. And so like right up in this corner, you would just find a little spot and you push this clip in, and then you got this little thing to press. But give that a little push. Kind of shows you guys a little bit right there. You can kind of see the clip. So same thing, clip. I'm just gonna push it straight in like so, and it just holds this into its place pretty good. And so we're just gonna do one more at the top. I'll go ahead and put this up, and just make sure you do this slow in case you hear any noises. So what I'm going to do is, before I finish leaving this, because you have to let it sit for 72 hours once you put everything back together. So as you can see, this is the fitment, this is the finish, nice and tucked, looks pretty good, no complaints there, and you can see it's nice and flush. So this should be pretty waterproof in case you do crack this. But what I'm going to do is this clip right here, I don't really like where this one's at, so I'm thinking I'm actually going to put this clip right up in the top of here, so that this isn't rubbing on that clip. I think they said that this is a point that you're supposed to use, but I don't like that spot, so I'm just going to do it around the top. So I've got one up top here, which this one was really good, and then this one to the side was really solid right in this corner. It didn't hit, it didn't make any noises, but this one, it kind of seems to get a little tripped up on. Let me see if I can show you guys. So yeah, you see it right there, and if you listen, you'll hear that. And so I'm thinking I'm just going to move that one up top, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, let's try this out now. Nice. No noise, no nothing. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but pretty solid, pretty solid. So now you can crack the window when it's raining or so, and you get this little rain guard, in case you guys didn't know what this is for. But it looks good, so let's go ahead and do the back window. So for this side, we're going to do the exact same thing. Just go ahead and peel off this complete thing. Well, actually, before we do that, always do your fitment check. And then looks good. And you can make sure you're good because this has a little slant here. This is kind of curved and square. This one has a slant. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's wipe down from earlier. The cleaner, the better, of course. If the hardest part of this is this adhesive strip, then it's really not that bad. Anybody could do this. Anybody. Now we've got this one ready to go. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push in. And this one actually slides right up into place. Grab these little corner pieces, pull that down. And it sits right up in there. So just push in, lift up. Let's pull this out. Alright. And that that's where this one's gonna live. So now we'll go ahead and throw our clips in. And if you do need to remove these, they're actually pretty easy because they have a little bit of a hook on this little plastic crowbar, but you could use a flathead screwdriver. You just grab in, pull these out, pretty easy. And for this one, same thing, those same spots. We're gonna do top, middle, and then right, and that should keep it pretty good. So clip is right up in there. Maybe you guys can see it a little bit. And then we got another one right here. Just pushed all the way up into the top. And then this one right here. So we're gonna close this slow. Listen for anything. Cool. And then we just leave that there for 72 hours and come back to that later. And we've got everything together. I'm going to do the other side off camera. There's really not much difference at all. But this is what they look like. Here's another close-up. And to keep these clean, you just want to use soapy water. And that's all it says to use for keeping these things clean. We'll see if there's any noise later down the road or anything like that, and any buffeting things that they cause, but really they shouldn't do anything. But quick little install video and a quick little walkthrough on how to do these. So if you're someone that's looking at getting these, I will leave a link down below. But that's it though. They're pretty easy to install. Price is reasonable, very fair. And there's a lot of these on the market, but starting off with Nilight, I think these are pretty awesome, and I can't wait to try some more of their products. I do want to get some light bars and some other stuff, but you know, that's to come. Still needs new wheels. I want to upgrade those and then clean this up a little bit and get some other mods. So this is just kind of the first part. So if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. All right, I got the visors out so you can see how tinted those are. So they'll look different on yours depending on what level of tint you have, but both sides look really good. I am actually happy with the tiny little bit of a touch that this adds. Had the windows cracked even though I wasn't supposed to. Very little wind noise. They actually help with the wind noise. Honestly, I mean, rain guards are exactly what they're supposed to do, and as you can see, we got a nice sunny day today, so we're not really going to get to test out these rain guards. I guess I could have sprayed it down with the hose, but since these are in channel, these are all still kind of protected by the factory trim anyway, so it really doesn't make any difference. But yeah, so far so good.